What is going on, guys? It's Trader Cause. You guys did it. You pushed me to 2,000 subs, and so as promised, another update video today. Market's looking good. We're pulling back a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. I just tweeted that this is a dip I want to be buying, but there are a few things I want to see in terms of confirmation. And I guess because of that confirmation, I won't be buying the dips down here, but more so waiting for them to reclaim some levels. But then that will give us a new low as our invalidation level. So let's jump right into it. I'll talk about Bitcoin first, although I think there are better opportunities with other pairs. Swept these lows. As you guys know, we've talked about that a couple times now, I think. Front ran this demand, all good. We'll find a new entry. We dipped right into this demand, which was the origin of this pump up, and we got rejected right at this supply, which was the origin of the dump, and also the weekly open was right there. So I can't say that this was a shock to me, but this is a key level we want to keep an eye on. So weekly open, flip above that, I'm getting long. Earlier I was saying this is kind of my line in the sand that I want to see a move above, but I'd be willing to build a position above the weekly open, compound above here, and that is literally it for Bitcoin. It's pretty simple. Basically, I like this dip. I like the buyers that are coming in, took out this low. Once we flip the daily open, which is at like 48K, and then get above the weekly, and continue with our bullish structure by making a higher high. It won't look exactly like this. This is just kind of how I draw it. But when I draw those, I'm basically saying I want to see a break above, look for a retest, and then push away. So that is the Bitcoin plan. Trying to do this quick so I can get it posted quick. Ethereum didn't dip quite as far, but once again, I think we're getting some really good buyback here. And just like with Bitcoin, weekly open's a really key level I'm watching. It's right here, and you can see that capped price perfectly. And so if we zoom in a little bit, breaking above that would be a good sign. And it would make, let me get rid of some of these drawings. There we go. It would make, bear with me, this level a breaker because it was our last up move before sweeping that low, taking out stops. So now we want to see a break in market structure, retest that, push up. That would be kind of the first sign of a reversal, but I'm not sure if I would long that. I think the safer play is going to be the flip above this 1850 level. And that's the level we've been watching that I talked about in previous videos, but that kind of is the key level for me right now. ETH BTC, kind of the same. It's pulling back a little bit, which is not the end of the world. I just want to see this range low hold. It honestly might even tag it one more time, excuse me, and then push up and get back above here. But yeah, I just want to see that range low hold. There's no reason we need to go back to this. We already took out the low. So I would want to see this start pushing up soon. It might be forming a little consolidation, bull flag, whatever you want to call it. So, but break back above this mid-range and weekly SR is what I want to see from Ethereum. And if that lines up at the same time that Ethereum is giving us our trigger up here, extra confluence adds more probability to the trade. Litecoin, this is the only position I'm still in. It didn't quite hit my target at 225, and I'm just super bullish on Litecoin going forward, so I was fine holding some of this position open still. So weekly open right there, breaking back above the weekly open will be our first confirmation. I'll look to trim some off at 225, but for our next leg up on a higher time frame perspective, also this looks really clean. We had this dip right into, you can use the body of it, hourly demand. You could use it like this, but I think it looks a little, well, it looks fine either way. But yeah, dip into logical support, also right at Monday's mid-range. So this looks really good to me. The next higher time frame play will be above 225, targeting 250. So if we can get above the weekly open, break above this level, then I'll look to compound this long, targeting 250, which would be a really nice move to target as a intra-week trade, 11%. I would not complain about that. Link. This was the position we entered on Link. I mean, guys, this is as good as it gets. I'm not going to try and say this is how it plays out every single time, but this time worked out pretty much perfectly. I think there definitely was a small aspect of luck in that, but hey, I'll take it. So now we put the dip in. I think this, if we push up from here, this is our new invalidation level, because this is our higher time frame, higher low, if it can break above. So now when I enter another position, I can have my stop loss at this low. So what I'm looking for, where am I? There we go, would be a move above this level. Really nice confluence with the weekly open. I'll re-long there, lower than I was, lower than where I closed out, and didn't have to deal with any of the stress of this dropping. And I get to wait for confirmation once this actually goes up. And then I'll look to enter a position like this with a stop at this low and probably targeting $40. So, yeah, this is kind of the idea of the link long I'd be looking for, and we could compound above this SR level, and Monday's high is right there now as well. So something like that. If we have a 1 hour sweep, like a wick up above that level and then back below, I'll probably close this position because I think it would pull back, and then at that point it can do whatever it wants, and I won't long link again until it gets back above Monday's high and actually holds above it. So that is the link plan. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All these coins are getting some good buybacks. It was a daily open sell-off, so right away I don't really trust a move when it happens very first thing. Let me see, where's our, okay, daily opens right here, weekly open up a little higher, get above the daily, weekly, break above this high, get some bullish structure going again on lower time frames, and I think this will be looking good. But Link, one of my better trades recently. It ripped 21% for me in like 12 hours, so that played out really well. And then Sushi, a little bit of the same. Didn't nail this entry quite as well. If I set limits, it would have been at this dotted line because I would have wanted it to be a sweep, and so that would have been an even better setup, but it is what it is. I got in when I could, and it went straight to target. The reason I took the whole position off here was because when something moves 40%, well, I mean, at that point, it was 40% in like 12, 13 hours. I do not want to rely or bank on that needing to go higher. I just wanted to get my profits, get out, and I thought it was very likely we would pull back a bit. We pulled back right to where I would have expected, into this hourly level. Nice confluence with this SR level. So that was a really nice pullback. And now if Sushi gets back above here, I have my new invalidation down there. So I would enter, something like, you could have your stop there at that low, or you could have it here. But that's what I'm going to be looking for Sushi, targeting $20. And I would just much rather play it like this. Like, I would be getting in right where I took profit, but I don't have a problem with that. Because if you don't take profit, this starts dipping down, you panic, maybe you sell it right here, then it pushes back up, you buy it again, dips down again, you panic. Like, I don't know, emotions just can get the best of you, and it's just healthier for me and safer for me to take profit at resistance. On the flip of resistance or on a dip, you get back in. Like, I could have left limits here. My stop would have had to have been pretty wide unless I was playing just that level. Probably would have had it here, actually. So limits there would have been fine, and then I would have gotten in on a dip, and that would be great because I'm buying it lower. But if I'm not buying a dip, I would rather wait for it to reclaim the resistance level that I was targeting, and once it's back above that, then I will get back in. And then no harm, no harm from taking profit there, and it's a lot less stressful. Like, during that dump and during the daily open, I would have been like staring at my phone hoping this goes back up. I try to say, don't hope that resistance breaks, just wait for confirmation of it and then get back in. So hope this video was helpful. I will talk to you guys soon. If you guys could subscribe and turn on notifications as well as like the video, that would be a huge help to me, and I would be very grateful and motivate me to make even more videos like this. So talk to you guys soon.